All right, welcome back guys to another MORFIT live workout. Here we have our bands and balls workout. So if you have an exercise ball handy, take that out, have that nearby. If you have mini bands, the little ones that go around the ankles, around the wrists, have those handy. And if you have resistance bands that might look like this, they might have the handles on them. That is fine too, but something a little bit longer than a mini band would help with a couple of our exercises. And as usual, I'll try to show some modifications or alternatives in case you don't have some of that equipment handy with you. We're going to do a quick little warm-up together, and then we'll get into our workout, guys. Our workout today, I believe, is right around the 28 to 30 minute mark once we get started. So let's do a little bit of mobility work to begin. All right, keeping your legs nice and straight, we're just gonna hinge forward here at the hips, letting things nice and relaxed. Hands slide down the legs towards the ankles, and just wiggle things back and forth. You get a stretch through your hamstrings and calves. You can work at straightening out the knees or keep them slightly bent, or straighten one as you slightly bend the other. Whatever gives you a nice stretch through the back of the legs. We're gonna walk the hands forward here, coming up into a plank position. Take the right foot, step it forward. So right foot is outside the hands. We're gonna drive the pelvis forward from this position, getting a stretch in the front of the back leg. And then from here, extend both knees. Don't move the feet, we're just extending the legs, getting a stretch into the calf of the back leg. Get the knee back down to the floor. We're gonna lift up our left hand, reach up to the ceiling. If you're finding your balance is all over the place, then do your inside hand instead of the outside hand. Either one is fine. We're still gonna get the thoracic rotation from that position. Okay, place the hands back down on the floor. Step out with the right foot, step in with the left foot. Back knee on the floor, drive the pelvis forward. We're stretching out hip flexor in the back leg. We're holding each of these positions only about 5 seconds or so. Straighten out the knees, stretching out the calf in the back leg this time. And reset, lift up the right hand or the inside hand if you need to for balance. All right, bring that back down. Step out with the left foot. We're gonna hand walk back in to our feet, grab the ankles, keep the legs straight. Just a nice warm up in the back of the legs here. All right, sit the hips down into a squat. Chest up nice and tall. Just get used to this depth of the squat. No pain in our joints. If you're feeling pain, then just come up. Don't force yourself down this low if your body's not quite ready for it. Place both hands on the floor, step both feet out nice and wide. Going into an inner thigh stretch. Toes are pointing straight forward. You can see I'm kind of rocking back and forth by straightening one knee as I slightly bend the other knee. Same thing we did in that standing straight leg position we were in at the start. From here, we're gonna rotate 90 degrees, facing the right side. Both legs are as separated as possible, so getting more into this split position. All right, we're gonna rotate around all the way through to the other side. Hands are on the floor for balance and to take some of the work off of the legs as needed. You might have your knees straighter than me. You might not get as low as me. That's all right. We're all working with our own level of flexibility. From here, place the back knee to the floor. We're just gonna sit down on the floor. Bring the legs to a 90 degree position. Maybe a little closer to you guys here if you're far away. So 90 position, chest nice and tall. I'm gonna pivot off of my feet. So the feet stay where they are, but I'm pivoting off of the heels, knees come up high. And I'm coming around to the opposite side. I'm trying to keep as much of my legs on the floor. I'm trying to keep both hips as close to the floor as possible. and torso tall. If you need the hands on the floor here, that's fine, but the goal is to, over time, get to the point where you don't need the hands on the floor at all. Let's transition back to the first side. This time we're gonna place our chest down over top of our shin. So just getting a bit of a glute stretch on the left leg. All right, and transfer over back to the second side, chest over top of the shin. All right, back to that seated position. And from here, we're just gonna get back to our squat and stand on up. All right, just a couple arm circles. We're about to get going into the workout here, guys. I'll explain our format now. All right, so we're gonna go through 4 rounds. Each round's gonna be about 7 minutes total. The first part of each round will be 90 seconds of cardio. Switch directions with the arms. So 90 seconds of cardio, and we will be doing the cardio with the band around our legs. You can choose knees for a bit easier or ankles for a little bit harder. After 90 seconds of cardio, we're gonna go into 4 exercises, or a combination of left-right sides would be 2 exercises. 30 seconds each, and then we'll repeat the 4 again. So that'll be a total of 4 minutes. Then we're gonna go into 1 minute of a abdominal V-sit variation, and that'll be the end of the round. And then we go back to the cardio after we have 1 minute of break. All right. I'm going to demonstrate some of the exercises really quick because we only have 1 minute to really explain the upcoming exercises in the upcoming rounds, which isn't a whole lot of time. So I'm going to demo them really fast, and we'll get started in about 1.5 minutes from now. All right, I'll just show ones that are going to take a little bit more time to explain. So we're going to get into something called a stork tricep press. Our mini band, when we get there, will be around the feet, not the ankles. So you'll actually be standing on the band, and we're going to lift one knee up as high as we can. While we hold that knee up, we're going to have a resistance band behind our back, and we're doing tricep extensions. We'll do that for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch sides after 30. So that's the stork tricep overhead press when we get there. We have something called an archer lunge later on in the workout. We're going to be using our lats and biceps, very strong muscles, to pull up resistance band. There's a good chance you're going to have to double up your band, like fold it in half to get enough resistance. I'm going to hold my one arm straight out in front of me. So straight arm straight out in front. The other arm is going to pull back, almost like I'm setting up for archery. And I'm just going to hold this position. So my right arm, the bent arm, is getting more work because the muscles are having to hold the weight back, but my straight arm is in a locked position, which makes it really structurally stable, which can resist the force of the back arm. And then we'll be doing a lunge with that exercise when we get there. Won't show the ball ones ahead of time. Those we can learn as we go. So that's probably pretty good for explanation up front. We are going to start with 90 seconds of cardio. Please get a band, maybe medium intensity. And you can have it at the ankles or at the knees. Above or below the knees is up to you. We're going to be doing 15 jumping jacks, 15 plank jacks, which is face down in a plank. And then we're going to go into a jump triple hop. So jump and then triple hop back to the start. Repeat that again 5 times. Knees or ankles is up to you with the band. All right. So let's get started here. After the cardio, then we're going to keep the band at the knees or at the ankles for our next round. All right. 15 jumping jacks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. We're down on the floor for plank jacks. Also 15. Keep the hips low, core engaged. Keep the hands under the shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Come on up, we're going into that big jump, 3 hops back. Don't let the band pull the knees together on your jumps and landing, or on the takeoff. We're always pushing out against the band. That was 3, we got 2 more. 4, 1 more. And 5. Back to jumping jacks. If you have the band at the ankles, that's gonna make the cardio a lot harder, because you can see how much wider my feet go than my knees and when we do these jacked motions. It's gotta be 13, 14, 15, and that's our time. Okay, we're gonna go into 30 seconds of monster walk. Band at the knees or ankles. Ankles will be harder, again, for these 2 exercises that are coming up. Monster walks, stay low, and go slow. Second exercise will be fire feet. Just marching on the spot as quick as we can. And then we go to that stork tricep press. All right, 3, 2, 1, here we go. We're working for 30 seconds. We can go sideways on the monster walks, forwards, backwards. So do a combination of monster and sumo walks. That's up to you. But I'm keeping the band apart. I'm trying to stay low in my squat. If I just stand into them, then I don't get really the same amount of work in my quads and my glutes as when I hold myself down in that squat position. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going into fire feet, nice and low, nice and fast legs. Here we go. Try not to just march back and forth slow, but we're trying to shake, 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 shake. When we get to the end of this 30 seconds, then we're gonna put the band underneath our feet and get a resistance band for the tricep press. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's make a quick transition. Band under the feet, band behind the back. Here we go, knee up high, and tricep extensions. I should have given us a little more than 5 seconds for these transitions. That was not a lot of time. Full extension up, control back down. We're trying to keep the knee as high as it'll go. That'll depend on which band you're carrying around your feet. 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. The band on the feet stays where it is. Switching your arms. Here we go. Other knee up. If you're doing the opposite knee and arm, that's fine. As long as we're switching our legs and arms at the 30-second mark. In case you can't see what I'm doing back here, I'm holding onto the band down to create tension as I press up. If it's too easy, grab higher and pull down more. If it's too hard, then slack off of the band. All right. Where are we at here? Oh, okay. Hold up. I gotta explain our next piece. So we're now gonna go into our 1 minute of V-sit. Our first round is just gonna be a bodyweight V-sit, so you can do that with me. Every round we're gonna progress it, adding more equipment or more movements to it. All right, so here we go. Sit down on the floor, nice and tall spine. We're leaning back. We're gonna hold this V-sit position. So the core is engaged. The further I lean back, the harder I'm gonna be working. So up here is not a lot of work. You can progress the doing things like extending the leg, extending both legs, or just keep your feet down. too tough, you put your hands on the floor, but try not to just post the arms back and rest on the arms. We're working the abdominals on this exercise. If you start feeling your low back, it's probably because you're starting to hyperextend. So you just gotta pull the abs in a little bit more as you're holding your V-sit. We got 10 seconds to go. So the V-sit's always gonna be 1 minute, but we're gonna make it harder or progress it every round. All right, good. Okay, 1 minute rest as needed. We're gonna come back to these again. All those same exercises. So we do the cardio, we do the monster walk fire feet, the tricep work, we progress the V-sit, and then we change our exercises from there. Grab some water if you need. And feel free to change your mini band placement or resistance. Again, most of the exercises we're doing today, the exercise will be harder when the band is lower, closer to the ankles. Just looking for I thought I had a different band here, but maybe not. Ooh, that's already a minute. Okay guys, band at the knees. We got jumping jacks times 15. I'm slacking on the workout today, my goodness. Here we go. That's 10, we got 5 more, and then plank jacks on the floor. That's 15, down on the floor. It's 5. 10. And 15. All right, we got our jump to hop. Try not to run in the wall behind you when you hop backwards. That's 3, 2 more. And 5. All right, jumping jacks. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15, and that's our time. All right, monster walks are coming up. So monster walks, fire feet, and then tricep presses. When we get back to the V-sit, you're gonna wanna have your exercise ball close by. We'll be implementing that with the V-sit when we get there. Okay, let's get ready. Monster walks. Let's get down, knees out. Here we go. You want to challenge yourself more, get a little bit lower. Slow down your movements with your legs. So fast steps where the feet are on the floor for most of the time make the exercise easy or easier. The more time we spend up here in this moonwalk position or feet in the air, the more work it's gonna be. All right, fire feet, 30 seconds. Here we go. Knees out and fire it out. Halfway. 10 more. Stick with me right to the end here. I know these are tough. 3, 2, 1. Good. Okay, band is at the feet. Grab your resistance band. Start your presses when you're ready. Reaching the knee up nice and high. Woo. Trying not to fall over. Good. Other side. Here we go. Keep the elbow up nice and high. Keep your bicep close to your ear. And rechecking the knee height. Is your knee dropping as you get tired? Or are you keeping it pulled as high as you can the whole time? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Where are we at? We're going back to the V-sit. So, same thing as the first round, except this time, we're gonna add the ball between the knees and squeeze the whole time. We're still gonna try to keep the hands off the floor. Here we go. The minute has started. So I'm still leaning back, I'm still activating my abdominals, but now I'm adding the compression or the pressure on my inner thighs by squeezing the ball. You win a prize if you manage to pop your ball, but only if it's a White Lion ball. I can't vouch for other brands. From the front, we're here. I'm squeezing the knees together to create tension in my adductors. You can either maintain it for the whole time or release it when they get tired and then reapply the pressure again. It's hard to show you what's going on because there's not a lot of movement on this. So hopefully that is making sense. Still keep your V-sit position. We still want the abs working just as much as the adductors here. We got 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Very good. All right. Okay, that's 2 rounds down. So what's coming up here? Okay, so the next round, we're going into the archer lunges. So if you remember that one, much stronger movement. You can probably double up on your band. Unless you've got like a green White Lion band or purple, then maybe you don't need to. Hold the arms straight out in front of you. The other arm pulls back. The arms stay here, but we're gonna do some lunges as we hold that tension. And then we'll switch sides, arms and legs on the next one. And then from there, we're gonna get on the floor and do some single leg work on the ball for our hamstrings. I'll demonstrate that when we get there. All right, so get yourself set up. Grab your band, adjust your tension, one arm straight out in front. Archer pull on the other side, and lunging or split squats on the same side. And just keep going here for 30. Try to avoid the tendency for my pulling arm to hike up. It'll be a natural thing that's gonna likely occur in the shoulder. Hold it. Look at that. I was like, how do we still have a minute to go on this? It's because I forgot the cardio. Okay, well, at least you know what to do for the archer when we get there. We gotta go back to our 90 seconds of cardio, guys. I'm sorry I missed that. If you've been following these videos, you know that's not the first time I've done that. I seem to always miss that cardio section. Maybe it's subconscious. I don't know. Okay, let's go back to jumping jacks 15, plank jacks 15. Round 3. We're halfway through, guys. Here we go. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Down to the floor, plank jacks. Ten, 13, 14, 15. All right, jumps to hops. That's 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, nice soft landings there. I think that was 5. Okay, jumping jacks. Can't get the legs as far with the band at the ankles. "13, 14, 15. Plank jacks. And time. Okay, now let's get ready for those archer lunges. All right, starting up in 10 seconds. Okay, set the arm up in front, draw it back, keep the shoulder down, set the legs in your split squat, and start your lunges or split squats. And we're trying to get tension on this pulling arm. So if you don't feel it, grab a little bit higher up the band, and that'll give you more tension. You might even need to triple up your band if you have like an orange or red one. All right, other side. Here we go. Make sure you switch your legs as well. If you have this set up at home, if you have like a telepost or a piece of furniture that you can tie this band around, and then you can step back and get as much tension as you want, that might be a better setup than trying to hold it with your arm out in front. I'm just trying to accommodate what you guys have. Okay, lie on the floor, on your back, get your ball. One leg on top of the ball, hips up. We're gonna curl in and out. The leg that's not curling can either be assisting by resting on the floor, or we can cross that leg over top of the working leg. It will still get some assistance, but not as much. And we can also do it without the assistance of the second leg. All right, switch sides. So again, either leg planted on the floor for most assistance, but still try to focus on curling the leg that's on top of the ball. So try not to rely on the planted leg. Or cross it over, curling in and out. We're still trying to keep our hips relatively high. So if you feel like you're doing a harder variation and your hips are down here, then bring it back to a previous variation so you can keep your hips higher. All right, we're back to our V-sit. This time you're gonna need either a mini band or a resistance band. We're still gonna use the ball at the knees, but now we're gonna apply the band around the wrists or hold on to a resistance band in your hands, arms out in front, and we're gonna just pull apart. So an isometric pull apart to activate the muscles in the back of the shoulder. We still have the abdominals working. We still have the adductors working, but now we're getting some postural muscles as well. We're starting to really use a large percentage of muscles in this exercise, so you're gonna find that you're probably gonna get a little more out of breath, a little bit more fatigue than when you first started on these. Because the more muscles you use in an exercise, the more oxygen your body's consuming, and therefore the more CO2 you're developing, the more you need to blow that out, the more oxygen you need to bring in, and the more your heart rate will increase to deliver that oxygen and remove the CO2. And those things make the body tired. And time. All right, that's our third round. We got one more to go. We will not forget the cardio this time around, I promise. And you know all the exercises. We're repeating those ones again a second time. Whew. Okay. Grab some water if you need. I went with the band around the ankles last time for the cardio, and I found that quite a bit more challenging. I'm going to go back there again. You just got to be careful with it at the ankles. It really pulls the legs back together on the jumping movements. So you just got to watch that you're still under control of your body when you're doing it with the band at the ankles. All right, let's get set up. Last time on the cardio, guys. 4th round here. All right, 15 reps. Let's go. Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I didn't think my mic was working there for a second. Okay, plank jacks. That's 10, 13, 14, 15. Come on up. All right, squat to hops. Or jump to hops, sorry. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back to jumping jacks. Last time on these. $15 seconds to go. 13, 14, 15. Plank jacks. Less than 10 seconds. All right. Whew. Where are we at? Archer lunges. Okay, mini band off. Get your resistance band out. Get set up for your archer lunge. Have the ball handy. We'll need that quick in just over a minute.
Go to sleep.
Okay. Arm out in front. Pull it back. Start your lunges.
With wounds so deep.
Keep focusing on the pull. You keep going.
Lost but found.
If you have a mace handy, you can do the same movement. Pulling the mace out in front and pulling it backwards. Or face it back the other way. Switch your legs, switch your arms. That's for 30. So I got my mace here. And all I'm doing is I'm pulling the mace apart. And that gives me that same effect that I get with the resistance band. Just in case you want to use some of the other equipment you might have around the house.
Wanna close my eyes.
2, 1, done. On the floor, we got ball curls.
Go to sleep.
Choose your intensity.
Wanna rest these bones. With wounds so deep.
Remember, keeping the hips up.
Lost but found. Safe and sound. Lost but found. Safe and sound.
dreaming, right? And where are you like even talking about it? This is the most in myself and in my thoughts that I've been so far.